Hello. So today I will be talking about my personal project and how it has impacted me through the course of this year.
Okay, what is your research question?
So my research question is, how does expressing my love for music affect myself and those around me?
Which global context did you focus on your project?
So I focused on cultural and personal expression, but mostly personal because music is something I personally resonate and identify with. It's just something I really love, and it's a big part of me.
And what was the goal of your project?
So, the goal of my project was to make these YouTube videos so that it would somehow aid me in overcoming my stage fright. I thought that performing for an audience, or I guess like not an actually present audience, would help me in performing for an audience that was actually present with me.
How did you choose that goal?
I chose this goal because stage fright is just really annoying to live with, especially when you want to be a performer. And I guess I wanted to do something to change that, so I thought doing a project about it was the perfect opportunity to do so.
Did your research question change or not, and why?
My research topic changed, not necessarily my question. Well, I guess the question went along with it, but my topic was initially going to be a more general overview of psychology and how it affects people, but I changed it so that music and psychology sort of intertwined with each other.
Okay, what did you think was going to happen, and how did you plan to prove it?
So I thought I'd end up with a channel full of YouTube videos that I'd be able to share with people, but I ended up with only 4 YouTube videos because I'm just a really big procrastinator and I didn't have a lot of motivation.
What were the steps involved in creating your MYP personal project?
So the steps were actually making the videos, which actually were a very long process, and obviously the process journals that we had to make during class, and the report we had to write.
Okay, what are the various characteristics, aspects, or components of the project?
So I thought this project would be more enjoyable. I found it to be more frustrating and anger provoking because it was just really structured, and I felt like every little flaw while making the videos, I just had to start over and over again, and I just don't have a lot of patience for that.
What was your goal, and how can you tell if you were to achieve it?
So my goal, like I said earlier, was, you know, trying to make these videos to sort of help my stage fright, and I guess I would find out whether I achieved it or not at Expo night when I actually perform something.
Okay, how will you tell if you achieve your goal?
I would tell if I achieve my goal if I don't feel anxious while performing during Expo night.
Okay, what research was important to you in reaching your goal?
So not that much research was involved in my project because it was mostly a personal reflection on how I did. I mean, the only research I really did was looking up how other people sort of helped their stage fright, and I sort of compared like how other people helped it and how I tried to help my stage fright.
Which approaches to learning did you use in completing the project?
So a lot of reflection was involved in my project because I would have to rewatch these videos and see how I thought about it, but I really didn't like doing that because I'd get self-conscious, watching yourself.
What did you learn in the course of completing the personal project?
So I learned that I'm a really big procrastinator, and this project would have been a lot better if I created time for myself. I also learned that I do better with playing music when I'm not under pressure, and if I'm playing music to enjoy it, to play music for myself and not for other people.
What challenges and difficulties did you run into during the course of completing the project?
So, like I briefly previously stated, it was making the videos was such a long process. Like, little distractions would happen in the background, and I'd always have to start over. There'd be a voice crack while I was singing. I'd have to start over. I'd play a wrong note on the piano or the guitar, and I'd have to start over. And a lot of these mistakes were because I was under pressure, to try and please others.
What were the solutions that you devised to solve these challenges and difficulties?
I tried taking really deep breaths, telling myself before filming, this is gonna be the last time you do this, but it obviously didn't work very well.
What would you do? What would you do differently if you were given the chance to do the personal project again?
I would definitely make more time for myself, and definitely I would try and ease my stress before going into making these videos so that the process of making them would be faster and I wouldn't get so frustrated with myself.
Has the personal project impacted you as an individual?
Yes, definitely.
What did you want other people to understand or learn from your work?
I want other people to understand that what they're passionate about is something that they should do for themselves and enjoy. They shouldn't do things to impress others. If one likes to play piano, they should play piano for the enjoyment of it, not to impress others. If someone likes playing basketball, they should play for themselves, to take aggression out on the other players, not to impress others around them.
Did you achieve your original goal?
I don't know if I've achieved my original goal yet because I haven't actually performed anything live yet, and I guess that will be determined when I perform during Expo Night.
Did you find an answer to your research question?
Yes. I realized that making videos impacted me in a way that I just got frustrated, I thought it'd be enjoyable, but it really wasn't for me. And my friends and all of the other people around me really liked the videos that I made, but they didn't understand, the amount of frustration that went along with it. And, the final product I came up with sort of seemed fake because I had to redo it so many times. It didn't seem live and authentic.
What are some new perspectives or insights into the topic now that you have finished your project?
Well, something optimistic is that I realized that the songs that I sung, I really, resonated to. And I realized that impressing others really isn't that important. And I'd like to thank Mr. Cohn for giving me this opportunity to do this project.